Welcome back to the Cash Flow Project. Today we have our last episode of the calendar year with Jack and I.
Welcome back to the Cash Flow Project. Welcome back to the Cash Flow Project. Welcome back to the Cash Flow Project. Oh, yeah.
That was absolutely phenomenal, Jack.
Yeah, that was great. I enjoyed that very much.
Yeah, no, for real. Well, today we have our, like I said, last episode of the calendar year. We just have some burning questions that need to be answered. So we're just going to ping pong and answer some questions today. They're very pressing, very important. So,
everyone's been asking about it. So
yeah,
it's time we give the people what they want.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Has anybody asked for this?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm going to get us started.
All right.
Moana 2 was viewed in theaters last night. Thoughts?
You know, do you want the right answer, or do you want my honest answer here?
I want the honest answer.
Honest answer. Solid 8 out of 10. The music just wasn't up to par with the first Moana, unfortunately. We know the way from the first Moana. It just goosebumps every single time I listen to it.
Yeah.
There's nothing. They redid it in the second one, but
which was good.
It was good, but it wasn't as good as the first one.
Yeah,
unfortunately. So the music just wasn't up to par. I think the plot was a little bit of a stretch.
Okay.
And then, without spoiling it, there's a little thing at the end there that I think was not needed, but I don't want to spoil it, so it's kind of hard to describe it.
Yeah, I have no clue what you're talking about.
You know, like when they set up something at the very end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
End credit scene?
Yeah, it was a bit of a stretch, I thought.
Yeah, that's okay.
But it's solid.
So 8 out of 10, you say?
8 out of 10, worth the watch.
Okay.
I would say most people wait till it comes out on Disney Plus.
You know, I would
Theater.
Completely disagree.
Oh, that's insane.
You got to watch it in theaters. It's probably the greatest movie to ever come out. Is it better than the first one? Absolutely not. The music sucks, but you got to watch it in theaters for that experience. So, yeah. Good answer, though.
Okay.
Good answer.
Sweet. So, we're going to stick with the podcast theme here going real quick. What is your favorite blooper moment we have had from any podcast or any short form content we filmed this semester?
I would say when we were doing street interviews earlier in the fall, and I just kept asking the questions on the wheel.
Yeah, that was kind of embarrassing.
I would interview people. I'd ask them like five or six questions, and then I'd ask them to spin the wheel, and I spun the wheel. It would land on a question I'd already asked them, and that's how we got our respin arc video. That was posted some day in October, I believe. But yeah, so that was the respin arc was definitely one of my favorite bloopers.
I mean, I gotta shout out my boy Ethan. Anything with Ethan in it is just phenomenal.
That's very true. That's very true. I mean,
always my favorite.
As we're creating content, you have to realize what's doing well, what's not doing well, and let's be real, every video that Ethan is in blows up.
Yeah.
At least 2,000 views.
Yeah, that's true.
Except for that one that didn't. So, but you know, that's obviously Ethan carried that video. He's the reason it got like 400 out of the like 550 views. So, got to give props to Ethan there. Yeah, no, I agree. Ethan is a real beast in the content creating game. I do agree with that. Which celebrity do you think would make the worst business partner?
You know, I think I'm going to go with the hot take here, and I think Big Justice from the Costco guys.
Why?
At every single meeting, he's just going to be saying boom.
Okay.
And we're not going to get anything done. I respect the grind, and I love the Costco guys, but like I would much rather have the Rizzler as my business partner than Big AJ, I think. Or not Big AJ. Big AJ's the dad. Than Big Justice. I'm not a big AJ fan either.
Okay. But he's going to be an all elite wrestler.
He already did. He had his match and he won.
Didn't he? He has a boot I see on now. Did he have a little fracture?
Oh yeah, he broke his foot during the match, but he still won.
Do you think that's like scripted? When people leave these events with like broken arms, broken legs,
I think he truly broke it.
Okay,
I think so.
Wow.
And the Rizzler got to ring the bell. It was pretty awesome. It was a great match to watch.
Where was what was that on?
Oh, I just watched the replay on TikTok because someone always just, and if anything ever happens important, someone just posts the whole entire video on TikTok. So
okay.
pretty phenomenal. Got to watch the whole thing.
Oh, I definitely need to go check that out.
Yeah. And The Big Show came out with the Rizzler for their entrance. So you got like some 7-foot giant with the Rizzler that's like 3 foot. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
That was great. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go a little fun here. What's your go-to karaoke song?
I would say, wow, that's a good question. See, this is the downside of not knowing the questions you were going to ask me beforehand, because then I'm going to pause for a second and think about it.
See, but you just got to go with the first thing that comes to mind, I think.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How Far I'll Go, Moana.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that.
Easiest decision of my life. Don't know why that took me so long. Yeah, as you mentioned, Moana 2, definitely not as good of music, but absolute peak of the movie was How Far I'll Go. I know you're a we know the way type of person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have to choose that for sure. Yeah.
I think if I had to choose one, I think I'm picking Thick of It by KSI.
Okay.
You know, that song, it's kind of growing on me.
Yeah.
It's kind of growing on me. It kind of bumps in the car. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, if you throw away the fact that it's written by KSI and like feels like a meme song at this point, you know, it's not terrible. Like if you really just take it for what it is, yeah, it's not bad.
I agree.
It's not bad.
For sure.
Would you rather trust everyone or trust no one, Jack?
I think I'm going to trust nobody.
Why?
Because if you trust everyone, then there's going to be a ton of people that stab you in the back.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. That was my answer when it was asked asked to me a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think I'm trusting nobody. Just because I feel like there's a lot more harm in trusting everyone.
That's true.
I think it's a lot more harmful.
Do you think you could connect with people on the same level if you couldn't trust anyone?
Yeah, because I'd say I hang out with some people that I wouldn't say I necessarily fully trust or anything like that. So I think that you can still have some connections with people if you don't fully trust them.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a serious question.
It was.
That was deep.
I always like to get to those would you rathers. I wanted to throw like a would you rather have a $10 billion house or like a yacht, one of those like questions, but I decided not to since we already have it all. So
if we collaborated with another podcast on the face of the earth,
Iced Coffee Hour.
Iced Coffee Hour?
Coffee Hour.
All right.
With Graham, Graham and Jack, absolute beasts. I listen to their podcast like every morning when I run. Yeah, I think technically we're shouting them out on our Spotify page. It's like related podcasts, and we're like endorsing the Iced Coffee Hour podcast. But no, absolutely. If we had to partner with anybody, those would be the two guys. Absolutely phenomenal. I actually went back and watched like a few of their first episodes to get some inspiration the last few weeks. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I would definitely have them on. They're pretty cool guys.
Yeah, I haven't checked that one out yet, but I probably should. I have not yet, but I should. I'm very strict with my podcast listening.
So what's your go-to podcast?
I'm going with my boy George Janko.
Oh yeah,
We're doing a George Janko podcast.
Okay.
George Janko show.
Don't want to be on Impulsive?
Nah, I'm okay. I'd rather. I mean, if Jake Paul's listening, of course he is.
Yeah,
he can come on here, but I'm not not a big Logan guy. Especially after that big win?
Yeah,
Mike Tyson. What a great victory.
Did you see the? I think it was on Impulsive that they hinted at the fact that Jake and Logan wanted to fight each other.
They did ask that, but every time it gets brought up, I think they usually say no, we're not going to do that.
You don't think it's going to happen?
No, they're trying to get the KSI versus Jake Paul fight going though.
Jake Paul would absolutely slap him.
I think so too. Did you see KSI when he lost to Tommy? I think it was Tommy Fury.
Is that one? Logan Paul boxed Fury as well, right? Or was that Jake Paul?
No, Jake Paul.
Oh, okay.
That's Jake Paul's only loss.
Wow. And KSI went against him?
Yeah, and
crap.
he lost too.
Yeah, KSI is not a boxer. Ooh. I mean, I think some people would
come for you after that.
I think some people would say Jake Paul isn't a boxer either.
I would.
But I would say he is. He's kind of a beast.
Yeah, I do want to see him fight more relevant boxers.
That's very true.
Towards his age demographic, but I still respect the grind.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And I also believe that both the Paul brothers, even though I do not enjoy Logan Paul, they are some of the greatest marketers to ever see the game.
They're pretty genius. Yeah. If you could change one thing about the business world, what would it be?
That's a deep question.
It is. It is.
If I could change one thing about the business world. Shoot. I think. Yep. That's what's going through my head right now.
Yeah.
Dang. I would almost say. I hate this. I don't know if I'd call it a stigma or whatever, but like coming out of college, I would say that there's almost a stigma saying like around if you don't, that you have to stick with one career or one job as soon as you're out of college or even high school for that fact.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people tell college age students at least that you kind of want to stick with a company for a super duper long time. But I would say I kind of maybe change the stigma about that you don't have to stay. I don't think you have to stay with the same company or same even career field.
Yeah.
I'd say it might benefit you definitely for sure, but I would say that don't worry about like what your first job is out of college necessarily.
Yeah.
Or out of high school because the odds are you're probably not going to be at that same company a couple of years down the road. So I'd say maybe change that stigma. I would call it.
Yeah.
Around in the business world.
Do you think you can get your dream job like right after graduation, or do you think there's always just a natural build up and it's just not possible to have some perfect job when you leave college?
Definitely. I think it's possible. I mean, of course, I already have my job offer for once I graduate.
Yeah.
And I would say it's definitely, I mean, who knows if it's my dream company, phenomenal company from the research I've done.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say it's definitely down the path of my dream career. So
yeah,
I don't know if I'd say 100%, but I would definitely say like it's down the line of my dream career. So I would say that it's possible for anybody to achieve anything for their dream career. It also depends on like your major and what you want to do down the line. So
yeah.
I mean, shoot, if you wanted to do YouTube full time and stuff like that. You can technically do that. You might not get monetized immediately or anything like that, but you can do that job once you graduate or from any point in life. So I would say yeah.
I mean, I think that's the balance that everyone's trying to find post grad is do something that maybe is going to bring in more money but not be enjoyable, and then potentially chase a passion that might not lead to a bunch of financial gain right away. And I feel like it's a question that I continue to ask. I've had a fair amount of interviews, but it's like I'm just trying to find something that'll like spark that joy in me to go to work. I don't want to do a job that I'm not going to enjoy for like 50 plus years.
Yeah, it's like everyone kind of tells us, people our age, is kind of like, it's cliche, but like I've heard for so many people is just make sure you do what you love. Obviously, we really haven't done it yet since we're still in college, but I can already tell from both of us having interviews and all that and just realizing the kind of grind we've been on that it truly does matter. If you're not going to enjoy what you do outside of college or high school, it's just going to be miserable for you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I totally agree with you on that for sure.
Well, and I've seen different things. Like, I think Harvard, I don't know if it was their business school, but some journal at Harvard said, like, they did an article about the cliche of if you love what you do, you're not going to work a day in your life. And they actually said that was like the most ridiculous thing people can say. Their kind of main point is that your job is your job. Yes, you can enjoy it, but you're not going to love it. It'll always feel like work. Which I agree with the fact that I don't think, I mean, if you do something for long enough, there's always going to be hard parts about it. But yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of a random caveat there, but it's interesting to think about that. But
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get into a fun one again. But what's the most outlandish piece of merch you think we could create for the podcast?
I mean, we have a mug in the works. That's not outlandish. But we do have a mug in the works. That'll probably come next semester, if I had to hope. So keep y'all's eye on the mug. Nevaeh's been working on it, and it looks phenomenal.
You can't think of anything crazy we could slap a logo on pretty much and sell.
I'm kind of, I don't know. Like the first thing that came to my mind after the coffee mug is a fanny pack.
Yeah, that'd be kind of awesome though.
But that's not outlandish. Like,
I would give it a little bit.
Okay.
It's a little outlandish, but it's also kind of fire.
Maybe like a headlamp, like a cash flow project, like lighting the way for entrepreneurs, something dumb like that.
I think we could do. Have you ever seen when you open some car doors recently? They project the logo of the car onto the ground.
Oh,
it's like an LED light that sticks in the bottom of your door, and when you open your door, it'll like have the Audi logo.
That's
kind of
cool.
Or something. Yeah, we could do that.
But for the cash flow
sell that
project
for people to put in their cars, so they open the car door, and it's just the cash flow project on the ground.
Yeah, then they watch the episode. Bada bang, bada boom.
Yeah, or we just have it like directly linked to our YouTube, so it just plays the episode actually on the ground when you open the door.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's pretty outlandish. There we go.
Yeah, no, you kind of swooped the question away from me, but I love it.
I needed to.
Yeah, that's fair. I did not have an outlandish option, but yeah, mugs will probably be coming soon. So that's all I'm saying. I just a little sneak peek teaser there for next semester when we get into 2025. So yeah, y'all got to keep your eye out for it. But Jack works at Justine's Pizza. He loves it. He's a very big proponent of Justine's Pizza. I've never been. What's the go-to dish? If I were when I'm gonna go, I don't know when that day will be, but when I go, what's the go-to dish? What do I need to order at Justine's?
You need to get a large thin pizza.
Okay.
With pepperoni.
Okay.
Cream cheese. And garlic. And sometimes if you're feeling risky, you throw on some red peppers and Parmesan on top too.
No, so pepperoni is the only meat on that?
Yep.
Could I throw sausage on there?
I did that the other day actually.
Does that increase or decrease the?
It was still phenomenal.
Okay.
But
I don't know if I could do the cream cheese. I feel like that's too thick.
Nah, that's why you got a thin crust.
Okay. So like the heart of it is the cream cheese you're saying and the cheese?
The way that cream cheese and pepperoni blends together, it is nothing that if you haven't experienced this, you might cry.
Yeah.
If anybody listening goes to a pizza place and they have pepperoni and cream cheese, try it. You will be in tears.
I do like my go-to snack is a pepperoni, cream cheese on the top, pepperoncini on top of that.
I'm not a big pepperoncini guy.
But no, you got to try it. It's pepperoni, cream cheese, pepperoncini.
Then you would like this pizza then.
I probably would. You're probably right.
And if you wanted to, you could. I mean, I wouldn't ever, but we have banana peppers. You could put banana peppers.
Oh yeah, banana peppers are amazing.
Yeah,
are you not a banana? Oh yeah, you said you don't like pepperoncinis.
Yeah, not
it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. So
dang.
But if you wanted that, if we're sticking to what I'm getting, it's pepperoni, cream cheese, garlic.
Okay.
Red pepper, Parmesan.
Yeah.
On a thin crust, and then you're getting the garlic bread on the side.
Oh yeah, obviously.
And I'm trying to convince the owner to get orange soda, specifically orange high C. We're in the works. We're in the works because we have mellow yellow, and I just think we're wasting our time there.
Yeah.
I just think we're wasting our time having mellow yellow in there. Mellow yellow's trash.
I've never had it.
It's like off-brand lemonade and Sprite.
Oh, okay.
But we have Sprite and we have lemonade.
So you can just mix it.
We have Sprite and lemonade, and we have mellow yellow. So I'm trying to get rid of that mellow yellow. I'm throwing that orange high C.
So that's a leverage thing. In finance, we're learning about that right now. When you take the M&Ms and the peanuts and you chew them, you can make peanut M&Ms for less money. That's leverage right there. Someone wants a mellow yellow, or they can just do lemonade and Sprite and put it together. They get the same thing.
Well, technically, wouldn't you want to have the mellow yellow then? Because then it saves you money on the
yeah, it wouldn't make sense
but
in the cost-effective sense.
We definitely have to keep the Sprite and lemonade.
Okay, yeah.
Just because those are really popular.
There you go. I love it. I'll get there at some point.
I'm stinking hungry now.
Yeah, same. It's 10:40. It's not lunchtime, but it should be.
Yeah, I had some gummy worms for breakfast.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
phenomenal snack. I had a Rocket Pop Prime in my backpack that I wanted to bring in here, but I left it outside because I didn't want to spill it on anything.
Yeah, no, that's a good call.
Like I said before, Logan Paul, not a big fan, but Prime Energy, I'm not gonna lie, pretty good.
Yeah,
they're pretty good.
So
I'll forgive him if he sponsors us.
You sometimes have those like the energy because they have energy drink prime, and then they just have like Gatorade electrolyte type prime.
Electrolyte.
Okay,
Yeah, just an electrolyte.
Yeah.
Is like their main, and then they have the energy drink as well.
Do you think it's better than Gatorade?
Two of the flavors possibly.
Okay.
When I was watching Moana 2 last night.
Yep.
Cherry freeze. I would say that's better than 90% of Gatorade.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd stand by that.
Okay.
As well as the Rocket Pop's pretty good too. If we're going to the energy drink side though, I would say like nothing's beating Rain energy drinks or 3Ds.
How do you feel about those Starburst energy drinks that are just like guaranteed 200 grams of sugar? Just
I didn't even know Starburst was making energy drinks.
I think so. I think they have like a yeah. I feel like Sour Patch Kids might also have an energy drink. I don't know.
There is. I think I know what you're talking about. There's oh man, what's the company? I think it's Ghost. No, it's not Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost sounds right.
Ghost has a bunch of. I think Ghost might have the Sour Patch Kid one.
Yeah.
But there's one that has the Starburst. C4.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's C4 has the Starburst ones.
And C4 wasn't the one that got like banned. That was Bang.
That was Bang. That
Okay.
had to like rebrand and do everything, but they're back in stores again.
Are they still called Bang?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they look pretty much the same.
So what was
thing.
the rebrand? Did they just have to change some of the ingredients?
I think they just had to, yeah, I don't know if rebrand might not be the best word, but
Just
I think
like
they just had to
rework.
pretty much redo everything.
Interesting.
And they took a big hit when they found out they had some really terrible ingredients in their drinks. I mean, most energy drinks do, but
They gotta
apparently
get back,
they had really bad ones.
They got to get back to the social media influencer strategy where they just pick every social media influencer that has like slightly relevant, like slight relevance in society, and then they're like, here we can sponsor you, which we would totally take a Bang sponsor as well. So
Yeah, you'd take anything.
yeah, feel free to reach out.
Yeah, we know you're watching.
Yeah, we'll take it.
All right, Landon, we're going to you.
Okay.
If you're stranded on a deserted island, it's the question that everyone asks every time. But what are 3 things you are bringing?
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
Nothing else?
Yeah, no.
You took a little pause there.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's dramatic effect.
Jeez Louise, why do I suck at these questions? And just like things you can hold. I can't like game the system and say a house.
You can't do anything. You can't do anything like a house, like any type of shelter. You can do like tools to help you build a shelter, but you can't like do like a boat. You can't do anything that will help you escape either.
Okay. Let's see.
So like this question is you're gonna be on the island. There's no chance of you leaving. What are three things you'd like to have with you before you're there for forever or before you die? I guess.
I'd like an acoustic guitar.
Okay. Do you know how to play the guitar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think that would be fun. I started playing in 2nd grade, played till 5th grade, and got it back, like picked it back up in freshman year of high school, I think. But if I'm stranded on a desert island, I would pick it up and I would figure crap out. So I would say 1 would be a guitar. 2 would be I mean, if there's a chance of being saved, I would take like a flare gun.
Okay, that's fair.
So I can.
Yeah, there's a chance you getting saved.
Okay.
But you can't do anything like a boat or anything to get out of there.
So I would choose. So 1 would be acoustic guitar. 2 would be a flare gun, just in case a plane like flies by. 3, I would just get like the thickest blanket.
But it's an island. That's probably pretty warm already.
It's probably gonna get cold over.
Yeah.
And also, well, okay.
But like, you can make something.
Maybe there's bear-proof sacks that people use in the forest.
I've seen those.
Maybe pack one of those to like deter wildlife from just absolutely destroying me.
I think I'm taking my chances.
So what are your 3?
My 3, ladies and gentlemen,
Feels like you
are
have this queued up.
not going to want to hear this if you are a vegetarian or a vegan. I apologize. But I am bringing a whole entire cow
Okay.
to the island. I am bringing a giant machete.
Okay.
Be able to chop up the trees and all that.
Guys,
and I'm bringing
he thought of this.
and I'm bringing a fire starter.
Okay. So a cow, a machete, and a fire starter.
Yep.
Like a fire starter kit? Or
Yeah,
okay.
just the kit, I guess.
Okay.
Because I can get the whole kit because it's 1 item.
Well, I would
count
I would utilize my pair of sunglasses in my pocket.
No,
and
you
I
can't.
would,
Nope.
I would.
That'd have to be an item.
Okay, I would take 2 sticks and rub them together, and I'd make fire.
Yeah, I don't think I'm capable of that, so I'll bring the fire starter
No,
kit.
that's fair. That's fair.
And then I can cook the cow.
Mm.
And I'm telling you, cow for one person, that's gonna last. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it, but I have no way of storing it. It is probably all gonna go. It's all gonna spoil. I just realized that. That was a terrible answer. Maybe I need to bring a deep freeze.
You gotta bring salt. That's how they used to preserve food back in the day.
But what am I getting rid of then? I don't think I'm starting a fire with sticks.
You can. If I could, you could. So you bring machete, cow, and salt.
Yeah.
We'll do that. I guess
Well, I might as well just bring the deep freeze.
Yeah. Instead of salt and trying to do it like
But I need some type of, I just need to find a deep freeze that doesn't need any electricity.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Huh. It's probably not plausible.
So salt.
Or I just have to eat the cow within like a month, which is probably not possible.
But then the strategy of taking a cow is, but what if you just brought like a crap ton of beef jerky?
What if I bring 2 cows?
And then you start a population.
And I start a population of, this is a game changer here.
But does that count as 2 items?
Yes, it would. So 2 cows and a machete. Change my answer.
So what was the thing you got rid of?
I got rid of the fire starter. I'm going to try to caveman it out.
Yeah.
But I need the machete to cut up stuff.
So 2 cows and a machete?
2 cows, yeah. Because then I can just start a whole entire farm.
Okay. I respect it.
This is smart. I didn't think about like the first ones will probably kind of go to waste.
Okay.
Because I don't have anything to store them in. But,
True.
And it will take a little bit of time to get a population start. But, if I'm on this island for forever.
Yeah.
If I have 50 cows in a couple of years, it's worth it.
And I chose, what were mine? A guitar?
A guitar. I already forgot.
They'll know. They'll remember.
Yeah, they'll remember. 100%.
But mine were definitely not as good. Mine would probably lead to I did a guitar, I did a flare gun, and then a big old bear blanket.
Oh, yeah. I'm just accepting defeat if I'm on the island. I'm just going to figure out a way to build my own village pretty much.
There you go. Millard Fillmore or William Taft?
What kind of question is that? I guess I'm going Taft.
Okay.
I guess I'm going with him.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like he didn't have anything too crazy about his presidency.
Was he was one of the progressive presidents, correct?
I believe so,
in the
yes.
30s, 40s, or not 40s. 30s, 20s and 30s, I think.
Yeah, I'm a big Abe Lincoln guy.
Okay.
I'd say if we're going back.
Have you heard the story about him returning his penny when they gave him too much change and he was honest and returned his penny? That's painful. Do you know? So Millard Fillmore, I don't know much about him.
I don't know. I honestly don't know anything about
I
him.
believe he was the 13th president of the United States.
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Pierre, Tyler, Taylor, Polk. I think he's 13, yeah.
13.
Yeah, I think he's 13.
Yeah, I memorized all the presidents like
I did in middle school.
4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's a little rough. I can get the first couple, but...
Honestly, it's the greatest thing I've ever done. Like, I just set my mind to it and I just memorized all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, the hardest was like Lyndon B. Johnson and forward.
Yeah.
I rolled through like FDR, Taft, Hoover, like all those, and then I started hurting.
Yeah, I was just trying to see how far I could go in my head. I couldn't make it as far as I could in middle school.
That's pretty riveting.
If you could, sorry, lost my train of thought.
No, that's okay.
If you could have any TV show cast on the podcast, what TV show would it be? I think I know the answer, but
The Office.
Yep, I knew that.
I would love to sit down with Steve Carell, just talk it out. I feel like we have a lot to gain from each other.
Oh, okay.
John Krasinski also just won Sexiest Man Alive.
Did you know
People's
I was
Magazine.
the runner-up?
Wow, that's big.
Yeah.
That's a really big accomplishment. Throw that on the resume.
You're from Greeley,
Wow.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Second place.
Yeah, it was pretty big to see John up there. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, no, I would love
John Krasinski. So.
I would love to sit down and talk with the people on The Office. That's another podcast that's fun. The Office Ladies. That's with I forget her last name, but Angela. Is it Fisher or no Kinsley? Angela Kinsley, I believe.
I don't know. I know the
and then
character name.
Jenna
I know
Fisher.
by
golly,
I know Jenna Fisher, but I don't know honestly, other than Steve Carell. I don't know.
Kevin Bumgarner.
Yeah, I know the character names, but I don't know
Yeah.
the actors' names.
Did you know that there's a few that have the same names in real life as they do the characters?
So like Big Time Rush. You know Big Time Rush?
I do not.
You're gonna get roasted for that.
Probably.
But yeah, all the characters on Big Time Rush.
Yeah, I think Creed.
Have the same first name.
Creed is his actual name. I think Meredith might be her name. Kevin, that's his name. Angela, I believe, as well. There's a few of them.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you could eat dinner with 3 other people, alive or dead, who would it be? Oh. So you and 3 others, so four total.
Man, that's tough. I'm going to say can they be fictional characters as well?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sweet. We're going to sit down with Tony Stark.
Okay.
Iron Man, just because he's awesome.
Okay.
We are going to have Gabriel Landeskog from the Colorado Avalanche.
Okay.
You probably don't know.
Yeah, never heard of him.
Yeah,
but I'm just going to nod and smile.
Captain. Yep.
Yep.
Then we are going to have Kevin from the Minions.
Wow. That is a excellent pull, that last one.
Yeah, that was wowzers. I don't know. I want to talk to a Minion. That'd be kind of
That's incredible.
Sick, even though he just said Baba Boy to me.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to hear your 3 though. What are your 3?
Every time someone asks me this question, I don't have an answer.
I have probably different answers every single time I get asked something like that.
And then one time I was like, that's it. I know my 3, and then I forgot them. One would be Jonas Vingegaard.
Okay, that's the cyclist, right?
Danish cyclist.
Okay.
Rides for Team Visma Lisa bike. Absolute beast on the pedals. I would sit down with him. I would also want to meet Simon Sinek. I really want to talk to Simon Sinek.
Who's that?
He's big on LinkedIn. He started a company. I forget the exact name. It might just even be like the Sinek company. I don't know. But he's big on like leadership, management philosophy, stuff like that. So he's a pretty cool guy, pretty cool business guy. And then I'm gonna have to go with, oh man, Jonas Vingegaard, Simon Sinek, and let's talk to George Washington.
George Washington.
Let's loop him in. Loop him in. Yeah.
What about Kevin O'Leary? I was just thinking. I think that'd be.
I'd rather talk to Mark Cuban.
I wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah, Kevin O'Leary's so funny.
He's not.
He is so funny.
Yeah, he's okay. I see him on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
He does a lot of funny. I don't know if they're supposed to be funny videos on LinkedIn where he shows like him talking on like a news panel. And it's literally just like a Zoom call in his house, and then he has like shorts on.
And he stands up and he's in his boxers or something. Yeah, I think that's so funny.
Yeah, that's definitely more of your humor than mine, so that tracks.
Yep, that does make sense. If our podcast got turned into a Netflix series, what genre would it be in, and who would play you?
Oh, wow. I'd say it has to be comedy.
I would think so too. Yeah.
I mean, just with our personalities,
My personality.
Wow, that hurts. That really hurts. No, I mean, I think we don't have a lot of opportunity to like be more of the comedic people because we're trying to like actually gain experience and like learn from these amazing guests, which we've enjoyed having all of our guests on. It's been an amazing semester with all of the knowledge we've gained from them. But yeah, I would say comedy. Who would play me? That is tough. I would say Timothée Chalamet. For sure, 100%. Similar looks. Yeah, I would say Tom Holland, one of those two. Just a really good looking guy would play me.
I mean, I think they are both tremendously shorter than you.
Oh, that's true. Well, is Timothée Chalamet? I think he's 6 feet.
I wouldn't.
Tom Holland's short though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't think he's tall either though.
Because I think Zendaya like towers over Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland's short.
Is not that tall.
No, I think she's like 5'10" or something.
Okay,
like that. That's pretty tall.
Well, still that means Tom Holland's like 5'8".
No, yeah,
5'7".
he's short, but I think Timothée Chalamet is pretty. I think he's pretty short too.
I would look it up, but the stinking keyboards make so much noise. Let's try to look it up without making a ton of noise. Okay, Timothy. Oh, wait. Oh my goodness. Timothy Chalamet. Height. He's 5'10".
Okay.
Yeah, Zendaya's 5'10". That's the next person that comes up. I don't see Tom Holland here, but
I already know he's like 5'6".
yeah,
Has to be.
wow, that's big.
I don't know who's playing me I don't know.
That's a good question. Trying to think of like some other blonde famous dude. I don't think there's
Jake
anyone.
Paul probably could play me.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, actually 100% he could. 100% he could.
Other than he can grow facial hair and I cannot.
Yeah, that's true. But it can be like your dream.
Yeah.
Like he can be the dream Jack character.
Yeah, we can bring back like the Team 10 vibes.
There you go.
He just needs to.
Was that the Disney show?
No.
What you Teen 10?
Team 10. That was his YouTube posse that he had back in the day.
Really?
Yep.
Like when he made his song?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's every day, bro. That was
It's a pretty good song.
That was Team 10.
What is your productivity life hack?
Oh. You know, it depends on what we're talking about. Like school-wise, sometimes procrastinating's the move, man.
Yeah.
Waiting till the last hour or two till something's due.
That's your productivity life hack?
It really makes you grind something out if you have an hour or two to do like a giant paper.
Interesting.
Really makes you grind it out.
Okay.
But if we're being for real, I really cannot. I would say I can't do assignments. Like, I don't even know, like a middle ground of time. Like, I either have to do an assignment super early because then I will like lock in and be focused and do it because I'm like, ooh, I'm doing this early.
You're getting ahead.
Yeah, I'm doing this early. I'm gonna get ahead and all that. And then, or I have to do it right before it's due because I feel like if I do it in like that middle ground area, it's kind of like, it's like not that. If I do it now, I'm not gonna have that much free time. Yeah. And then but I also have time to wait. I don't have to do it right now. But then that's when the procrastination. So I'm a big procrastinator.
So your productivity life, just so I can kind of get on the same page, your productivity life hack is to not be productive.
Is to either be productive way too early or way too late.
Yikes. Okay. Well, that's a phenomenal answer.
Hey, it's got me through.
It sure has. Wow.
I would also say having any form of lo-fi music. I'm stealing yours.
Yeah, that's fair.
Any type of lo-fi music.
Yeah.
While you are working is absolutely phenomenal.
There's one on YouTube that's like lo-fi music, and it's split up into timed study sessions.
So it does have like a break in the middle?
Yeah, so it starts, and it's like, we are going to work together for 35 minutes, and then it plays a timer for 35 minutes, and then it stops, and it says, oh, take a break, drink some water, go to the bathroom, whatever. And then it goes back in 35 minutes, goes back, and then break, and then 30 minutes, break, 15, break, an hour. Like, it's splits it up for you, which is nice.
Okay, if you want an actual hack, though, I'd say putting your phone in a different room.
Yeah.
But it's hard because sometimes I need my phone to do assignments because I only have, if I had a dual monitor setup, it would solve a lot of those issues.
Well, that's what's hard. Like, you're doing a paper in your computer and you flip one tab over and you can be watching the most funny YouTube video of all time. So it's definitely, I think as technology gets increasingly, obviously everyone, like almost everyone has a computer. I bet the statistic is crazy. I'm going to say 82% of people in the world have computers. And did you also know that 42% of statistics are made up on the spot? So just be aware of that. But yeah, I feel like as computers get bigger, productivity is probably just decreasing like crazy. Because yeah, you're typing a paper and you're like, oh. And like things pop up. Like I can see the weather on my computer right now. I can see like different notifications. Like it's just how it goes. So,
man. All right.
Dang.
If you could record an episode of the Cash Flow Project anywhere in the world, where would you go film an episode at?
Somewhere in Europe. I would. Well, I just got really close to the mic. That was awkward. I would say. I would say Denmark.
That's strange.
Somewhere in Denmark. They got some great architecture there. Some cool old buildings. Like film one in there. Then while in Denmark, I could go see my buddy Jonas Vinge go have lunch with him. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a cool backdrop. I also like somewhere on the beach. I think would be sick, like a beachside episode. I know that was kind of our hope when we were going to go to Tampa, is that we are going to do like a beach or swimming pool podcast episode, which by golly, which would have been awesome. So yeah, either like Paris or the beach. What about you?
You said Denmark, and then you just said Paris.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Denmark.
Which is it? Oh, okay.
I'm a liar.
Yeah.
Denmark is not in Paris.
I'm doing one in, yeah, it's not. I'm doing it inside the Colosseum in Rome, Italy.
Really?
That would be so cool. I love history.
Have you seen that thing?
The Colosseum?
Yeah.
I have not in person. I've seen photos of it.
It's like wrecked. Is it a museum now?
I mean, you can walk inside of it and all that.
Just like a brick.
And they have like the floor
area?
up so you can see like where they held people and animals.
Interesting.
Below it and all that. Yeah, I think that'd be sweet. Or right outside of it, at least.
So you said you're a big history guy. So I actually have a question here that loops perfectly in with that. If you could swap lives with any historical figure, who would that be?
That's actually really good. This question, if I actually had to choose one, would take 15 minutes to think about.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's tough.
Right off, I'm swapping spots with them.
Yeah, swapping lives. So if you could just be basically, if you could be any historical figure, who would it be?
I think. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
I know, it is pretty crazy. Do you want me to answer?
If you got your answer, go for it first, because I need a second to think. I don't know.
Yeah. You would have thought I would have been prepared for this. I wasn't. No, I would say, again, like Jack, if I actually like thought about this, it would take like a half hour. But just like right off the bat, I would just say like one of the founding fathers. Whether that was, now I don't want to look stupid here. John Hancock was a founding father, correct? Because like he was one of the guys that signed at the Philadelphia Convention. Yes. So yeah, I would say like John Hancock, like just one of like George Washington, all those people, one of the founding fathers.
But
just to see that, like see a nation born.
It'd be cool. But being back then, like back in that day, like you had bad teeth.
That's true, and like weird wigs.
Yeah,
that probably made you
itchy.
itch.
Yeah.
Maybe
there's
like
stories about that about some of the founding fathers that would wear wigs and they would like get stuff, or not maybe not the founding fathers, but there was like people back in that time when they would wear the wigs. Like,
really? You just get like infections.
Yeah, someone got crazy stuff on the top of their heads.
What about like Robert E. Lee, the Civil War general, like one of those guys?
That would be cool. I think I would pick any. I think I would pick any type of Civil War.
Yeah.
You know, any type of leader, honestly.
I agree.
Just because I think the Civil War was super interesting. So I think I just want to. I mean, can't say I'd want to be a part of it, but
yeah, that's very true.
I do think it'd be super interesting to experience.
Yeah.
So I'd say I think that's my answer. Not without picking a specific person. I don't think I can do right now.
Yeah, no, that's
any
fair.
type of Civil War, any type of general, or leader.
I respect it.
All right, we're going back to the podcast. We're going to help out some of our viewers. What is one thing that you think the listener should know if they want to start an episode or start their own podcast? Like, what's one piece of advice you'd say for first-time podcasters?
I would say it's always hardest to just start. Obviously, at this point, we've been doing this podcast since September, basically. I mean, we've been planning since the summer, but actually started releasing content in September. I think the hardest part is to just like send it and try it. Are we big? No. But are we enjoying it? Are we having fun? Are we learning? Yes. And I think that's the number one thing. It doesn't matter of how many viewers you're getting, how many subscribers you have. If you're having fun and if you're growing and learning through the process, that's what's going to do the best for you in your future self. So, yeah, I would say if you want to start a podcast, just start. Like, that's the biggest thing. Just go for it. Our first podcast was kind of bad. Our second podcast, not much better. Third podcast, it was you're never like, it's just that gradual progression. Like, we're still like, I have loved talking with our guests. I think we've had some phenomenal conversations. But obviously, we don't have everything perfectly ironed out and perfect in the podcast world. So yeah, just keep on learning, keep on growing.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely not as serious. How do you feel about Little Man Jay's new song, Hey Mrs. Claus?
You know,
Came out like
whether or
11
not
days ago.
Landon wants to admit, he is a Little Man Jay fan.
I like Whiskey for the Wine.
Yeah, we both like that song.
Yeah.
Hey, Mrs. Claus, I'm not going to lie. Not very good. Kind of on the inappropriate end.
Yeah.
But, man, do I like to watch him dance. It's hilarious. It's awesome.
Yeah, he does have some moves.
I didn't like the retro, how he was going back on his music video, going from blurry, like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what you call it, like camera recording.
Like static.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to like clear resolution.
It was a little
A
odd.
little interesting, but I've heard worse. I've heard worse songs.
I respect his hustle, though. I respect his hustle.
I do. Whether or not I like his music, Lil Man Jay is an idol
Yeah.
for this generation.
He's quite a beast. Yeah.
All right, Landon.
Yeah, maybe let's see. Yeah, maybe let's do 2 more each,
Okay.
and then we can try to close it out.
Yep, I have a really good one.
Okay.
Top 3 candies on the face of the earth.
Sour Patch Kids, watermelon. Watermelon is very specific there.
As number 1?
Yep.
That's number 1.
Yes. Number 2, any type of jelly bean. Number 3, Swedish Fish.
What about black? What about black?
Not black.
licorice?
Not black. Like purple, pink, red, white, like all those. So number 2 is by golly, jelly beans, not including those black jelly beans like that taste like licorice. And then number 3, Swedish Fish. Easiest top 3 of my life. What about you?
Number 1, we're going Skittles. Taste the rainbow. I love
I wholeheartedly disagree. I love Skittles, but they're
Skittles.
not a top 3.
They are number 1.
Wow.
Number 1. Number 2, I'm going to go kind of similar. The Starburst jelly beans specifically.
Ooh,
though.
those are good.
I think I'm putting those as number 2.
Yeah.
And number 3 on my list, I did not have them until a couple of years ago. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. And it's Reese's, not Reese's.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
I know some of you guys out there are going to say
Reese's peanut butter cups?
yeah. A
People
lot of people
actually
call
say
them,
that.
Have you not heard? A lot of people say Reese's
I
Peanut Butter Cups.
I-
And I have a bone to pick because
Go
if
for it.
Reese owns something, a guy named Reese, or a girl, I guess, owns something, that's Reese's. These are Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. They aren't Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Yeah.
They're Reese's.
Yeah.
Please.
That's an Instagram clip right there. Jack getting upset with humans for their pronunciation.
But that's not how you pronounce. Like it's.
How do you pronounce bagel?
That you're just trolling. You're rage baiting me.
No,
You're
no.
rage baiting me.
How
It's
do you
bagel.
Okay, what about garage?
That one's crazy. I've heard, but I feel like only older people say garage. I also
And,
know
like,
older
people
people
from
say
the UK.
winder. Winder.
Like for winter?
No, for window. Winder.
Oh,
As
really?
well as rut for route. Like Route 66, like the road. Like I know-
Rut 66?
Yeah, I know a lot of people that say rut.
Really?
It's like kind of a northern thing, I would say, I guess.
What
But
ab-
a lot of people I know say rut
What about
instead of route.
crayon?
Oh, if you say crown, it's crayon.
Well, I feel like the two
It's
common ones
crayon.
are crayon or crayon.
Yeah, it's crayon.
Okay.
But
So you're a Y guy?
I know it's like a northeastern thing, I'm pretty sure, but like they say crown. If you say crown, you don't know how to spell.
Yeah, that's a little bold. Crown.
Mm-hmm.
Crayon I can respect. Crown, absolutely not.
How do you say it?
Crayon.
Okay, yeah, you say it right.
Yeah. But crayon, like, it's not right, but it's respectable. Crown is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. But
Yeah.
I still stand by that. Reese's infuriates me.
Yeah.
I
That's
can't
fair.
believe people say that.
I would say Reese's peanut butter cups are my top chocolate. I will say that.
Yeah, that's
but they
top 3 on
don't
my
crack
all-time.
into the 3 on candy.
I think they do too, especially if you put them in the fridge.
You know what's good in the fridge or freezer? Nerd gummy clusters.
I think
You get
I
those a
could.
little
I
cold.
understand. Yeah, other than in the freezer, I think I'd break my teeth on it.
Well, no, they don't really like freeze.
Have you ever had Charleston Chews? It's like
No.
it's the little yellow box where it has the marshmallows that are covered in chocolate, pretty much.
I have not.
Oh, dude, you need to get some of those. Put those in the freezer. That's a game changer.
Really?
As well. Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Let's just do one more each.
Okay.
So
I need something good then.
Are you out of questions almost, or?
Oh no, I got them.
Okay, cool.
But I'm
cool,
just
cool.
saying I need a good one to finish it off though.
Yeah, as do I. That actually kind of. All right, let's start here. For my last one, I think this is a good one. What piece of advice would you give to your younger self?
Man, that's gonna get real deep. I would say it's so cliche sounding, but everything happens for a reason. Every single hard moment, every single terrible thing that happens to you or someone you know, it's gonna lead you down the road to meet new people, experience new things, and just learn. I am a firm believer of everything will happen for not even for a reason. Everything will happen for a positive reason, I would say. Every single terrible thing that's ever happened to me, and I would say most people could probably vouch in their lives. Maybe not everyone, but I know a lot of people, every single terrible thing that happens to you, something positive will happen down the road that correlates with it, whether it's just a learning moment or anything like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I think that's good.
Wow.
I would tell myself that everything's going to be all right.
Yeah, I like that.
And that I'm going to be awesome because I know I'm so stinking awesome.
There you go. That's some good self-talk there. Yeah, that's awesome. I kind of expected that answer from you, but
yeah, I think I would also tell myself to invest in crypto.
Yeah, you could like tell yourself when GameStop took off, or get some Bitcoin.
I mean, of course, I can't invest until I'm 18, but I would see what really blew up when I was 18.
There you go.
Tell my younger self, when you're 18 years old,
on this day,
you need to put all your money into this.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Ooh, I would say along the lines of what you said, but I'll try to reword it a little bit so we're not just like copying each other. Yeah, I would just say every opportunity is an opportunity for growth. Whether that's, and this is where it's kind of similar to what you said, whether that's negative, positive, whatever, every opportunity you can learn from and every opportunity you can grow from. I think the second something happens to you, whether positive or negative, and you don't take something out of it is where you get complacent, where you can't keep growing. So I think it's just very, very important to realize that you need to take advantage of every opportunity. And yeah, again, whether that's positive, negative, learn from it and grow and move on. So
I like that.
Yeah. Pretty similar to yours.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Do you want me to end this on a positive note, or do you want me to end this on a funny note, or do you want a good question?
It's up to you. If the funny one's like quick, I can answer that real quick, and then we can go into the serious one to end it.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just go the serious route then,
okay.
I think.
Yeah, that's fine. Actually, before, I had a question. Maybe. Okay, I don't anymore. Okay, you go.
Okay. Yep. Not anything too crazy because I'm running low on them. But I just want to know, what has been your favorite episode or short form piece of content we have filmed? Or maybe even one of each. What's your favorite short form content we posted, as well as your favorite podcast episode?
That's a good question. I would say let's go short form first. I honestly really liked our career fair tips short form video.
That was a good video.
If you haven't watched it, go check it out. But yeah, no, that was fun. Did it get the most was it the most viewed video? No. But I just felt like everyone was able to get involved in that, and it was very good. Like, we were bouncing ideas off of everybody, so it was fun. I think there's some pieces of content that have done better, but then it's like a 1-2 person job. That was like a whole team effort. Because if you guys don't know, obviously you guys probably watch some of our short form content as well. There's only 2 or 3 of us at these podcast episodes, but we got like 20 other people working with us. We have a phenomenal team. So yeah, it's definitely not just us. We have so many people helping behind the scenes, come up with scripts for our episodes, come up with video ideas. So I definitely want to thank everybody that has helped us get to where we are. But yeah, I would say that's my favorite short form. Long form, I would say, okay, I really have enjoyed every episode, and
we know.
Yeah, and partly that's because, I want all of our guests to realize that I've been super thankful for everything that we've been able to talk to them about. I would say the one that kind of changed my perspective the most was our real estate conversation with Prez. Montoya and John Simmons.
That was a good one for sure.
Going into that one, I was honestly really excited. I had done a lot of research on them, and coming out of it, like I straight up was like, I'm going to do real estate now. And now I don't know kind of where I sit, but it changed my thinking and changed my perspective. And every single episode, I've gotten something out of it that's changed something for me. But that was like the biggest shift that I was like, crap, like I might pursue this. So yeah, I would say that one.
Yeah, I would agree.
My favorite.
It might maybe a little bit of favoritism since I'm in it, but
yeah,
I would say that's probably my favorite as well, just because they were two great gentlemen.
Yeah,
to speak with. Learned a lot, especially like I mentioned in the episode. I'm kind of into real estate as well.
Yeah,
kind of interested in going that route later on down the line. But I think I also would, if I had to pick one I'm not in, I think the Pablo Guzman episode.
That was solid.
Iowa bookstore was pretty good. I enjoyed that one as well because he's just done so many businesses,
for real,
so many different businesses, and his story's kind of crazy. So I would say if you haven't listened to that, make sure you go give that a listen.
Well, and there's a lot of fun short form content from that episode as well. He talks about his grandpa stories, the perception of what you're supposed to do, a bunch of cool things. Like honestly, the short form content that we got from there feels like it was scripted to fit Instagram. Mm-hmm. Like it's that good. So I would definitely go check that stuff out.
All right, just to wrap us up, actually, I'm going to do it. Cheese or glass, Landon?
Glass.
That's incorrect. I would pick cheese.
Okay. I'm a glass guy.
I think I would have cheese before I have glass.
Okay.
But anyways, that was a great episode.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. That was fun.
Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed our kind of just ranting episode where we just kind of, talked about everything. These were very burning questions, and we knew they had to be answered. So that's why we brought this to you guys today. But yeah, this will come up around holiday season, so everyone,
Christmas,
enjoy.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, we're filming this.
Holidays.
We're filming this the day before Thanksgiving. But yeah, enjoy your holiday season. Hopefully, you can listen to this on your drive to your extended family gathering.
Yeah. On the plane, share it to the person you're sitting next to on the plane when you're listening.
AirDrop.
Yeah, AirDrop it to everyone. That's a good idea.
Yeah, AirDrop the link. But yeah, no, I appreciate everyone listening throughout this semester. And yeah, like we said at the start, this is our final episode of the calendar year. So we'll have a little bit of a gap where we're not posting anything. But yeah, we'll be back next year and we'll have some good guests lined up. But Jack, thank you so much for talking with me this morning.
Yeah, of course, this was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you next time on the Cash Flow Project.